Peace and blessings. This is Nubia, I, the Raw Food Goddess, the Womb Priestess, and the Holistic Practitioner. Good afternoon. It is afternoon. It's after 2 o'clock. Ooh, yeah, so I just finished taking the most divine 2-hour bath. I really needed to center myself today because I really had a lot to do. So just getting the group up and running and just other obligations that I have, but I'm really enjoying my life. So I'm very humble, very mellow, very happy, and very happy to be here. This is video number 2, and this video is actually discussing how do we stay raw once we're raw? How do we keep our rawness? And how do we avoid, what do we do about the cravings that we're still having? Or what do we do when we're feeling that hungry feeling and we don't know exactly how to satiate that feeling? So that's what we're going to talk about today. I hope that you all have received the Women Who Run with the Womb Sacred Woman Pledge or Pledge. I hope that you have received that. And I hope that you are really taking those words to heart, because we don't just only eat foods, we eat words as well. We take in things and then they come out of us. And raw foods is very, very deep. This Sunday, when we talk about the call, and we're talking on the call, it's going to be the conference call this Sunday, the group conference call, will be entitled The Science of Raw Foods. How and why do I want to ascend to a higher level? How and why? Because there is a reason for the raw foods. Remember, it's not just to keep you beautiful or slender. It's really to open up your third eye. It's really to open up that cosmic eye. And it really will do it. But first we have to deal with this mundane level, this earth level, this solid reality that we are living in right now. And in this reality, if you have been going along with the first week and you've been watching those very inspirational videos I sent you, as women of color, as black women in the group, and most of us are women of color, we are definitely not seeing many images of raw foodists, and I wanted to make sure I included the elders, the ones that inspired me, which was, the first one was Annette Larkins. I think she's in her 60s, absolutely stunning. You saw the news report. The other woman, Karen Calabrese, gorgeous, also in her 60s. So I really wanted to show you the pioneers and let you know that yes, it's okay to just want to be beautiful. And because what raw foods do is they don't just make you beautiful on the outside, they really bring out that beauty on the inside. If we could have a microscope to see what our organs are supposed to look like, they would have a light around them. They would have their spirits around them, an aura around the organs, just like we have an aura around our bodies. Well, the raw foods that you eat have an aura around the raw foods. And an aura is indicating that this is alive, that there is life and oxygen and water in the food. So when you first start to eat raw foods, a couple of things will happen. First, you'll enjoy it. You'll definitely have more energy. You'll definitely feel more alive. Your skin may clear up. Your eyes may clear up. But also on the other side of that is you're hungry. You're hungry, particularly if you're doing your best to just do raw foods. You're going to feel the hunger. So let's just talk a little bit about why. So why are you going to be hungry? I mean, what's really going on here, right? Well, first of all, the calories that you were ingesting or taking into your body with cooked foods is far more calories than you are with raw foods. So at first, when you're finding that you're eating a lot of raw foods, there's nothing wrong with you. And one thing about raw foods is you can't OD on it. You're not going to have too much. Your body's going to know when it's enough. So in the beginning, when you're noticing that you're having a salad and it starts to be this high, that's okay. That's okay. Or you're noticing you're adding more and more avocados, that's okay. Or more olive oil, that's okay. Or you're eating the salad more frequently during the day, that's great. Not just okay. That's really great. So, or you're noticing that, but you're still hungry. Why are you still hungry? So let's talk about it from a couple of perspectives. Psychologically, let me just explain to you what is happening. And then on the call, we'll talk about the science of it and the spiritual connection. But psychologically, let's just talk about what's happening. Your mind is an amazing tool, and it has the ability to tell every part of your body what it should feel. Even when you get hurt, your mind registers that you were hit, that you should feel pain, and in a second you'll start to feel the pain. Well, the same thing the mind does when you're having food. If you're used to eating an abundance of food and visually seeing the meat, the potatoes or the starch, the rice, the little bit of vegetables, and maybe a salad, maybe not, and then afterwards a big dessert, you're registered as that's a lot of food, but more than that, that's enough food. And then you're seeing this salad, you know, because that's where we're kind of starting, or this green juice that you have to feel like you have to drink the whole, 32-ounce container or more. And you're looking at it, it doesn't equate. To you, it's like it's not enough food. So your mind is already thinking it's not enough food. So your mind tells your body that it's not enough food, and then your body wants more of it to make it more food. That's psychologically, but physically, it's not the same food. So you're not getting the same calories, so eating more of it would be good so that your body won't go into a shock and your body will understand that it really just needs this. The other reason why you're eating more of it and you're craving more of it or you're wanting more of it and you're thinking, I need more because I'm not full. No, let me tell you the beauty of it. This is the best part of all. What's happening is your body, every single time when you think that you're hungry, we all know the feeling of being hungry. We might not be able to describe it in words, but we all know how to say, I'm hungry. Even our children at 4 or 5, I'm hungry. Even our elders, I'm hungry. Everybody knows it. Everybody else, when they hear somebody's hungry, they know we're hungry. That's why I'm hungry too, And so we take food, we use food to satiate that hunger. Well, actually, don't you notice that, but then you're hungry again and again, and sometimes you're hungry a lot of times during the day, and you keep eating. Why is this food not satiating you? Because what you're really hungry for, your intelligent body, is hungry for nutrients. And the raw foods are providing nutrients that your body does not have. Do you know you can be malnourished and be overweight? Do you know that? Do you know you can be malnourished and underweight? You can be now nourished and so-called normal weight? Your body is craving the nutrients. So when you want more of that salad, more of that smoothie, it's a good thing because your body is saying, she is providing me with the very things that overly cooked food takes away. She is providing me with oxygen, she is providing me with water, and she is providing me with nutrients. When you cook your food, not only are you cooking the water out the food, whether it's meat or vegetables, but you're also depleting the water in your body. That dried food pulls out all of the water in your body and the oxygen, because there is no oxygen mostly left in cooked foods. And so your body is depleted of that oxygen, and when you're eating that raw food, you're actually putting the oxygen back into your body. And so this is why oxygen going to the brain, you start to feel better, think better. But wait, next week we'll talk about what if you ain't feeling so good? What if you don't feel better? And that's another detoxification series or class, and that's the next session, so we won't go there. We'll just talk about how do we stay raw? What snacks do we need? How do we maintain this throughout the day? What can a raw food day look like, right? That's what we really want to know. What can it look like, okay? So understand that your body is craving these nutrients and you should eat more. So first of all, permission number 1, I give you permission to eat as much raw food as you can. You are not going to OD on raw foods, promise. So that's number 1. Number 2 is we sabotage ourselves, my sister. We sabotage ourselves because we really want this, but we really still like what we used to have. And even though it was bringing us a lot of sickness and a lot of heartache and a lot of pain, physically, mentally, spiritually, we're used to that. And this, we're like, is it really going to work? Is this really good for me? You start running through the protein, and where am I getting my protein? Now, when you eat regular food, you ain't thinking about where you're getting your vitamins and minerals when you're eating meat, but somehow now this protein is really mattering to you. So you're kind of mentally sabotaging yourself. So what you want to do is this. One way not to sabotage yourself is to provide yourself with everything you need before you will need it. I will repeat that. One way not to sabotage yourself is to provide yourself with everything you'll need before you actually need it. What are you saying, Sister Nubia? What does that mean? It means this. It means that if you know that you're going to probably get hungry because you've been doing this raw food thing for about 2, 3, 4, 5, or 6 days, and you know that you need more food, do not, and I repeat, do not step out of the house without food. Things that you can do that's also in my book, My Raw Life, My Journey from a Raw Life, My Journey from Cooked to Raw Foods, is actually in that book. So it's still in that book. If you read that book, you will actually see that book where it says how to keep snacks with you. But I'm going to really make it easy for you. Few things that you can do. So right now you're probably still eating a regular diet, whatever you used to eat, but you're adding the salad, you're adding the smoothies, you're eating more fruits and vegetables. I'm going to give you more recipes, I promise. You're adding these things to your diet, but you're still feeling like when you go outside, you have to say, when I go outside and I get hungry, I vow not to have cooked food. So the idea is I will not eat outside of my own home. This is one way to really stay raw. So what you want to do is you want to get those plastic baggies that I talked about last week in the last video, and this is what you want to fill it up with. Something that actually keeps you very grounded and is meat is nuts. Nuts is the meat of raw foods. So you want to get meat nuts like almonds, cashews, also seeds, sunflower seeds, pumpkin seeds, and mix them in a bag with raisins or dried cranberries or dried mangoes. You want to start getting your dry goods. In addition, that's just one baggie filled with all those dry goods. Hold on one sec. Also, you want to take with you things that have skin that you can easily transport. Bananas, tangerines, oranges, even apples and pears will keep for a minute. Can you imagine if you just one day, you went out for a few hours, you knew you were going to go out, and even if you were going to the library where you can't eat, but you got in the car and you got really hungry and you might stop at McDonald's and you realize, wait, I got all this raw foods in the car. Can you imagine having nuts, seeds, and dried fruit in one baggie? All those fruits that I named, the apple, the orange, the this, the that. If you really did eat all that and you tell me you're still hungry until you get home, then you're probably not really wanting to do the raw foods. But I know that you will be filled up. The thing is, you got to actually do it. The thing is, you got to actually prepare your snacks. And what I do is I have a cooler. So I have this wonderful little cooler. It's a mesh kind of cooler, a soft pack. And I keep my food in there that's maybe perishable. I have this dried ice that I put in the cooler. And also your smoothies, definitely keep your smoothies in the cooler in your car. But if you don't have a car and you're riding around or taking public transportation, all of those dry goods and fruits and vegetables, can fit into your bag. Even slicing celery sticks or carrot sticks. And eventually making different kinds of dips, which I'll also include those recipes on dips. Things that you can take with you to put in a cooler, or those foods like carrots, celery, all can go in your baggie, in a bag, wherever you go. That is essential to stay raw. So even if right now you're starting the raw food journey because you're in this group, but you're not going 100% raw, how much raw can you go? Because what we want in a day is that you do more raw than cook. And that every day you go for doing more raw than cook. So if part of your day is spent outdoors, then you know that you're preparing these snacks and these raw foods so that most of the time outside is raw. If you come in and decide to have a cooked meal, well, you had that one cooked meal, but most likely, let me tell you what's going to happen. Remember in the beginning I said that your body is craving these nutrients? Well, the nutrients make you feel full. The actually hunger feelings is your body saying, I didn't get enough nutrients. And this is why when we're overweight, we lose weight. because we don't have this ability, we don't have this cravings for this large amounts of steaks and potatoes and rice and all this starchy foods that are just really empty calories that are making us heavy. And that's why when we're underweight, we gain weight, because the nutrients actually have to go through to every organ in your body, which is revitalizing these organs to work properly. So you don't have low thyroid function or high thyroid function or all the names that they can give it. Don't even really matter. What you do is the food will find the perfect synergy. It will bring everything together in a harmonious way, so you're not needing these titles or diseases or what have you, and you're not eating the food that feeds these diseases that actually creates them. There's more. There's more. The more that you eat the raw foods, the more that you'll want the raw foods, because your body is craving water. Remember, it's malnourished, and now you're nourishing it. If you think that you're going to go outside your home and you're going to not take your snacks with you, you're not going to make it on the raw food lifestyle. You're going to sabotage yourself. So then you'll have to be out there and say, I forgot to bring my snacks. Now, if you do that day, forgive yourself. Brush yourself off. Give yourself a good talking to in a positive, loving way, and make sure your snacks, if you have to prepare them the night before. Because I've noticed that if we are working regular jobs, then we are spending the majority of our time outside. So if we had our snacks, our cooler with our smoothies, and we had our baggies with all our snacks, and we prepared even a salad for lunch, and all the other stuff that I'm about to show you, and all the other recipes. But at this point, you have, if you've done your assignment, you've gone to the library and you looked up other recipes. You've also taken a hint from the recipes that I just gave you. You've combed the internet for others, and there will be more that I will give you as well. I will definitely upload one or two this evening with this video. You know I always do. I'll give it to you a little bit later, so you'll have those as well. I want to give you a perfect breakfast. And I want to tell you something. I'll give you something to add that I'm giving to you right now. Chia seeds. C-H-I-A seeds. You can get them from anywhere. They sell them everywhere now. Chia seeds. Chia seeds has the ability to swell. And so meaning that they become 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 times its regular size, which really keeps your body healthy. They have no real taste. I have an almond milk recipe that I'm going to link to this video, and when you make it, this is what a morning breakfast could look like, and it will curb those cravings, because that's what this video is about as well, snacks and how to curb those cravings. What chia seed does is it actually fills up and gets larger in your body, so it actually keeps you full. It really works, y'all. I cannot believe when I have my chia seeds in the morning and how much I'm not hungry for hours. Sometimes it's 1 or 2 o'clock and I'm going, oh, maybe I should eat. Did I eat? Like, can you remember? Because I'm so full and so satiated. It also lowers the blood pressure. It strengthens the immune system. It's great amount of fiber, so it's cleaning your colon. Google chia seeds and the miracles of chia seeds. It also helps with blood sugar. So for people that have diabetes, it's great for weight loss and keeping you slender, because it's providing nutrients, and it's also, you're not hungry anymore, which is really, really great. This is what you would do. So the almond milk that you're going to get the video to, you're going to take 2 tablespoons of chia seeds, put it in a bowl. You're going to add your almond milk to that bowl, as much almond milk as you want. And what are you going to add to the chia seeds and almond milk? Because what's going to happen, the chia seeds, when it goes into liquid, it starts to gel. You're going to cut up an apple, a banana, and a pear. You could also do persimmons or banana. I'll tell you something. If you do apple, banana, pear, persimmons, you ain't going to be able to walk out the door, because that's a whole lot of food. But basically, you're creating a fruit cereal. So again, if you like apples, put apples in there. 1 apple is good. If you like pears, put an apple and a pear. If you like bananas, put all 3. If you like persimmons, put that in. If you like grapes, put that in. You can put all, you can put half, you can put some, you can put none. You can think about your own fruits. And put those in, and then top it with almonds and maybe pumpkin seeds and nice juicy raisins for energy on top. And this bowl of fruit, it's heavenly. And the chia seeds, and you eat the whole thing as if you were eating cereal and milk. And you start your day that way, go about your business, have your snacks in your bag, and I guarantee you, you will come home with snacks because you will feel so good. And then you prepare, you have the salad the night before that you prepared, and I did include that recipe. You can omit stuff from the salad if you don't like the okra or the hot peppers, or you could add something to the salad that I didn't add that you may like. You take that to work. So look, you just had your chia seed almond milk cereal with your fruit. You got your snacks already in your baggies. You got your smoothies in your cooler. You brought your salad. You put that in the cooler. You went to work. You had the salad, which is going to, the breakfast is going to keep you full until you get to the salad. And now you have your snacks. Look, y'all, with preparation, you can do this. And what's going to happen is going to change your life. You're going to look in that mirror and you're going to like what you see. You're going to be more progressive at work. You're going to have more energy when you get off work. So you're going to have time for your babies, your lover, your man, the one that's coming. Because good things are coming when you become raw. They run into you because that light and that vibrational frequency, and we will talk about that in this Sunday's call, again, about the science and spirituality of raw foods and why you want to have them in your body and what it is doing on a holistic level. But right now, we're talking about getting you through these cravings. We're talking about keeping you healthy enough so you can get to the next week. That's easy and it's already done. The recipe that I will be uploading is the cranberry juice. Let's go back and talk about it. Cranberry, you don't need to see it, but I'll give it to you anyway because visual is really nice. You do need to see it. I'll show it. You take 1 cup of cranberries, 2 to 3 to 4 cups of water because it is bitter, and you add a little bit of maple syrup to taste. Put it all in a blender, blend it up, drink it. Refrigerate the remaining and keep it for up to 3 days, no more, and drink it whenever you want to. Morning, night, take it to work, drink it around the house, drink it while you're watching your favorite show. With raw foods, really, you can have the almond milk chia seed cereal with the fruit. You can have it for dinner. You can have the salad for breakfast. So there is no really lunch, dinner, breakfast. And when you're eating the right foods, it's all good. So it's like our whole concept of eating, we have to do differently and start thinking about it in a different way. Okay? So I think you all get it. I'm pretty sure that this video hopefully will shed some light on how do you keep going. I explain what your body is really craving. I explain the idea of nutrients. I've given you permission to eat as much as you want, but I have to stress, I did this, y'all. When I wrote that book, A Raw Life, I was living it. I figured it out. I was able to go to the bookstore and stay for 4 to 5 hours. I would read a lot. I like to study. I was in college. I was able to get through all my tests, everything, by bringing my snacks wherever I went. And can I say something about when you eat like that? But more than that, it's like in the Women's Pledge, we talked about the self-care. I just feel like crying because it's so deep. You don't know, like when you're sipping on that juice, you feel so whole, so complete, so sexy, so sensual. You feel like you really are, for the first time in your life, you're loving yourself. You feel amazing. You know you look good. You feel good. You start putting on outfits in a different way, looking like different way, talking in a different way, trying new styles in a different way because something is alive in you. And we're going to talk about how to be raw when other people around you are not raw. But hopefully one video is building on the next. So we're just going to go back and then we're going to end the video so you can all get busy. Question. Did you put up the beautiful pictures of the fruits and vegetables. Did you surround your kitchen with it, or your bedroom, or wherever you stay the room in the most? But the kitchen is preferable. If so, please upload pictures so I could see it. So have you started doing that? Have you started saturating yourself with raw food videos? Have you saturated yourself with raw food books from the library? Are you listening and constantly being around raw foods? Have you printed out your fruits and vegetables that's in season for your area? Have you printed it out and to the point that you know it so well you memorized it? Have you done that? I just want to know. It's very important. So anyway, I'm going to have a worksheet that's going to go out on Friday or Saturday right before, and the worksheet is going to correlate with the Sunday phone conference that we're having this Sunday. It'll be about raw foods. It'll be asking you some questions, answer them honestly. They will go into your binder. If you haven't done those things, go back and do it. Don't skip that process or that part of the process, because it is so beneficial. The other thing that we're going to do, and we'll talk about it more in the 1 hour call, is being realistic, like preparing your food ahead of time. What I do, I make all my food for the week on Sunday. On Sunday, I make all of my food. I get up early in the morning. I prepare my food for the week. Salads in containers that are just amazing. I know you think it's going to last a week. Yes, in a way, because when one thing runs out, you'll have the tuna. I make raw tuna. I'll give you that. I'll show you a recipe eventually. And then I have about 4 or 5 smoothies. And then I'm constantly in between. I'm making a Caribbean, like I call it my Caribbean soup. Yes, a raw soup that actually has a warmth to it. By sitting in the Vitamix for a long time, it warms it up. So I make all of my food. I even make a pie or a cake. Sometimes I make a raw cheesecake. Last week I made a pecan pie. So I have my snacks. Everything is ready. So when I come home, everything is raw. And when I go out, I bring my raw with me. At this point, I don't even need to bring too many snacks with me, because I'm so used to just being raw. I don't want that other food. It doesn't even attract me. So you will get to that point as well. Anyway, I hope this helped dealing with the cravings, the hunger, what you should and could do. Get those pictures up, get that print out, and get started on the raw food lifestyle. Anyway, enough for one day. I love you all. Thank you so much for being part of this class. Thank you so much for being a part of this program. Thank you so much for doing so many great things for yourself. Recite the Woman's Pledge daily. This is Nubia I, the raw food goddess, the womb priestess, and the holistic practitioner, and I'm sending you an abundance of raw foods. Peace and blessings.